Let's look at setting up our Git project. So here I'm going to name my project GP1, and then I'm just going to make sure that it's private, and then I'm going to click on Create Project. Just to note, this is from git.cs.du.edu. If you go there and log in, you'll be able to create a new project. So I'm going to hit Create Project here, and it will make the project for me. Now when it starts, it's going to be empty, and so really sort of the first thing I want to do is to set up a git ignore file. So the git ignore will tell Git what to not upload to your repository, and there's just some things that we don't need to upload because it just takes up a lot of space and it makes your repository really big and makes it really long for us to download. So I'm just going to go ahead, there's all this stuff here, you can just sort of ignore it for now, and I'm going to click on New File, and then I'm going to come here, and for the type I'm going to say git ignore, and I'm going to call this file .git ignore. Okay. And then what to put in here, even if you don't know Git, you can just come over here to the page for setting up Unity to work with Git. This is in your Canvas repository, and you'll find this right here. This is the format of the git ignore. What you can see is that we use a star as a wild card, so anything that ends in say .userprefs, it's going to ignore. And then these things with a slash, these indicate the folders, so it's going to ignore any temp folders, any OBJ folders, any Unity generated folders. These are all things that Unity used to generate, and it may or may not still, but we just want to make sure not to include them. And there's various other things that your operating system might create. So we're just going to copy that, and then we're going to paste it here. All right, and then for the commit message, I'm just going to say added git ignore, and then I'll commit my changes. And now once I've done that, this will be in the repository. So let's take a second to just sort of look at what information we can get out of here. So first, if we come over here, we can click on project. This is sort of the home page for your project. And you're going to get this message saying that a CI pipeline hasn't been configured. This is just because Git will let you set up what we call hooks to do things like automatically compile, but we don't need that for this project. And if you want that, you should go ahead and take a class with like Dan Pittman, who can help you get that all set up. And what, like I say, a class with him, mainly like web programming and things like that. Those are the classes that really they use this sort of stuff to make sure that the projects build automatically. So I'm going to say dismiss and just get rid of that. But this gives us details about our project. This sort of shows which files are there. This shows me the branch that I'm on. So if I have multiple branches, I'll see it. And then I can do things like add, files to particular locations. I can do that all here in the interface. Most of the time we won't be doing that, but I can do it here if I need to. Okay. Activity just gives us an activity log of everything that's happened. And then these we don't really care about. If I click on the repository, it'll actually give me like a folder sort of list of everything, and I don't really have anything in here yet, so it doesn't matter. But I can also look at which files belong in which branches and stuff like that. So that's the repository. These issues, merge requests would probably be the most important thing. If you have one of us work on your project, like fix something for you, you'll have to come over here to merge requests to upload our changes, because we can't commit directly to your master branch and only you can. And the final thing that you want to go to is your settings and go to members. And if you go there, you'll see that you can add members at this point. And this is the thing that we were telling you. Well, make sure you add us. Come here and add us as a developer. And then give us, put our email addresses. These are going to be our CS email addresses. So if you were going to add me, it would be like chrisg@csdu.edu. Okay, and you'll see that it's showing me right there. But I'm already on the project, so I can't really add myself. And that's how we set up Git for your game programming class.